everyone, it's Morphin Mania time. I am Captain Logan.
I'm DJ.
DJ and I are about to finally launch into Season 3 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So excited to finally be past the first 2 seasons. And my mind is kind of blown that we've already tackled this many episodes of the show and that I am still as coherent as I am.
And still excited as we are to do this.
Well, honestly, I really am. I look forward to this all week long. We have, and it's funny to say that for folks watching this after the fact because they get to watch it all week long, but we shoot these in batches. And I don't know, man, the 5 days in between when we come back and do this, because we shoot Wednesdays and Fridays, I miss it a little bit. Like it's become such a routine.
Yeah, it's great. It's my little something I can count on every single week. I know I'll be doing Morphin Mania with Cap. No matter what else happens in my day, I'll be shooting.
I'm feeling all warm and mushy, like the Pillsbury Doughboy or something. Anyway, Eric is going to be here soon. He is on his way back from work. He wanted to make sure that he was here for the Masked Rider episodes, so he's going to be able to see the bulk of this with us. We're doing 3 episodes tonight. The first 3 episodes of Season 3 are not what you would think they are. It's a friend in need. It's the kind of backdoor pilot to Masked Rider, and I think that's how they did this, right? Where like they did this, and the Masked Rider comes right after it.
I think so. That's what I've heard.
And I don't remember, like I watched a little bit of that show when it was on, but I don't quite remember how it lines up. And but yeah, no, that's got to be how it is, because I know it's not just a crossover, because that show ignores this completely.
Yeah, I imagine this isn't very important.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't factor into that show at all whatsoever. Yeah. Well, I said we were more we were surprisingly coherent. I do think watching this much Power Rangers sometimes makes it difficult for people to remember, what are they called? Words. So anyway, but like I said, it's not what you would think it is. You would think and I used to remember it this way, and it's not true, that the opening of this season would be basically this show's adaptation of their own film, which we'll get to on the next show. And I'm really excited to get back into those again. Eric and I have done commentaries on those, but it will be fun to watch those with you.
Yeah, I like that version better. So I used to. We'll see.
It is better. Overall, it is better than Ninja Quest. And again, introduces my very favorite henchman, Rita Revolto. Hey, we stalled long enough. Eric is here already, so we'll just wait for him before we press play here. So, DJ, tell us a story.
I was watching my second favorite movie from last year, a little bit ago, Christopher Robin, because it is Winnie the Pooh Day today, A.A. Milne's birthday.
Oh, interesting. For those of you watching this after the fact, this was like 2.5 months ago, but
yes. January 18th is A.A. Milne's birthday.
Wow, cool. So tell me the story on this, because this has nothing to do with Power Rangers. Tell me the story on this, because you put a comment on my and Eric's top 5 movies from last year and said that was your #1 film of the year. And I didn't even like it well enough to put it in my top 5, though I did like it. It would have been probably in my top 10. I mean, it's good. I think the third act is a little typical, but overall, I think it's a good movie. But were you like a big Winnie the Pooh kid?
Yes.
Okay.
Winnie the Pooh film is my favorite Walt Disney Animation Studios film. It is technically 3 shorts that they put into one film, but it's my favorite. Watched it with my brothers all the time.
Okay, and, I watched Winnie the Pooh when I was a kid, but it was like a big thing for me. It is for my kids.
But recently I've got into it a lot more. When we went to Disney, we got my son a stuffed animal from Winnie the Pooh, and we were reading. We've already read him all the books.
Oh, that's cool. I need to get my hands on those. I don't think I have them in my library. Hi, Eric.
Hi.
Good to see you, man. Hey, Eric. This has nothing to do with the Power Rangers, but what is your history with Winnie the Pooh?
I watched a lot when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh is one of those things I think, much like Looney Tunes, it's just like ingrained in my sense of humor. Like, I make Winnie the Pooh jokes a lot. I often go out of my way to be like, it's a Wednesday, and things like that.
I've always had a question I wanted to ask you, Eric, about Winnie the Pooh. Is that the reason why you say, you used to say in your descriptions on your videos, in which I talk about this?
No, it was in which, because that's what Kevin Smith did on Smodcast, and I literally stole that.
That's how A.A. Milne names the chapters in Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, that's right. That is
in which Pooh builds a house for Eeyore and all that. So
but I'm pretty sure in older videos I used to say think when I'm trying to think of a word, and that is Pooh Bear.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I always also wondered where you got in which.
Yep. Nope. I just ripped it off.
I never thought to ask you.
Yep.
That's funny. Well, anyway, hi everybody. Thanks a lot for being here. We stalled long enough for Eric to actually arrive, which is amazing. So you get to see all three of these with us, and we're gonna jump
through the ice.
Oh, is it icy?
Oh yeah, it's icy.
Is it bad?
I had to scrape my car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah. The roads aren't that bad, but like
okay.
We stepped outside and just all of our cars were just like white. And you're like, oh well, we gotta deal with this.
See, if the roads were bad, I was gonna be really surprised that you arrived when you did. He's like, I gotta watch Masked Rider.
No, people kept saying it's gonna be bad. I imagine hopefully they solved it by the morning.
It's not too bad tomorrow.
I wouldn't go out much later than now. Because it's getting, I think it's starting to ice now, so I think in like an hour or two, you wouldn't want to be on the roads.
Awesome. Well, we're going to be in here in the cozy Bat Cave watching some Power Rangers. If you want to watch it with us, we always encourage you to do that on Morphin Mania. Make sure, if you're watching after the fact, to pull up your Netflix or DVDs if you have them. Get it to timestamp 0. Make sure you're watching the first episode of Season 3. And it's A Friend in Need, Part 1. We're going to watch the Masked Rider stuff. If you're watching live, you can go to the Rabbit Room, which is in the description. I think it's in the description. I might have forgotten to put it in the description. It's rabbit rabb.it/Captain Logan. That's the Rabbit Room, and get ready to get started with us. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now. I'm sorry, I just got a pop-up tab, so that was a lie. Everybody, please press play right now. This time for sure. So I'm sure, like last season, the intro is going to be the same for the first couple of episodes. I don't think it'll change until we get to the ninja stuff.
Is it weird to open your season with a spin-off thing?
Yes. Yes, it's very weird.
Especially because this is canon. Masked Rider is canon with Power Rangers. Power Rangers is not canon with Masked Rider.
Yeah.
They very explicitly make you know in the first episode that like that this doesn't count.
Is any of the terminology the same?
I mean, yeah, I think it's the same plant and everything.
Okay,
but like he gets to Earth and stuff. Like it's like, this doesn't happen.
You see a new origin.
Yeah. What I've heard, this is like apocrypha stuff. I don't know if this is 100% true, but this is what I've always heard is that by the time Masked Rider went to series,
DJ, is this not playing for you?
No, I'm not seeing it.
Oh, great. We're going to have to start again. I'm sorry, guys. That's unfortunate. Okay. I just got to make sure everybody is synced up. Yeah. That's really weird.
I wasn't seeing it wasn't like the other day when it wasn't loading. It was just on your profile picture. It wasn't.
Yeah. No, it just wasn't showing up at all. Okay, I'm not going to start completely over. We're just past the intro. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, for those of you watching this after the fact, get it to timestamp 1:10, 1 minute and 10 seconds, and get ready to press play when I say now, although it's not coming up on the Rabbit Room yet.
Rabbit Room's just rabbit jumping.
Yep. We had this problem the other day. Okay, let me reload the Rabbit Room. It is astounding we have not had more technical difficulties with the show than we have, DJ.
This week it's been...
This week's been a little rough. But I think it's Rabbit.
Yeah, it's not on our end.
Well, this is unfortunate. It's just not coming up.
It's been real stormy here lately. Like we're below freezing right now, I think.
Well, that's true, but like that's not causing problems for the Rabbit Room, but because like we're broadcasting fine, like the internet is
okay.
Like we're talking to DJ, we're not having any lag.
I guess you're right.
This is all fine.
Rabbit headquarters in Kansas
they have problems because the other day we couldn't even get into the website for a while.
We must be driving so much traffic to them they just can't handle.
I think that's what it is. I think Morphin Mania is destroying the Rabbit Room.
It's gone too public now. It's too big.
Okay, I'm going to completely restart the Rabbit Room, guys. Bear with me. This is weird because we had 0 problems earlier, DJ.
Yeah.
What did you guys do earlier? You said you had some other stuff to do before this. What did you do earlier?
DJ, can you tell him?
Yeah. We did some goofy stuff. We did the pilot episode, the Lost episode.
Yeah.
And then we did
the bowling alley, right?
Yeah.
The very
the other
bowling alley scene.
Who I thought wasn't named Trini, but I guess she is.
Okay, so you did the pilot? What else?
And then we did a fun fan club video. Where the Rangers had to give interviews in character.
Was it actually fun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the like you said, the Rangers like the actors give interviews in character. It's very silly.
Which is interesting because that assumes that they have personalities.
And we learn more in that like 20 minutes than we have in 60 episodes.
Do they ask like their like favorite book or movie or things like that? Where like you just have like a little bit of
some stuff like that. Yeah.
They asked them what
Trini said her favorite superhero is Wonder Woman because she's a woman and she can relate to that.
Wow.
90s.
I also imagine her favorite book is Catcher in the Rye.
I am still trying to reset this thing. I don't know if this is going to work out. This is the most problems we've ever had with this.
Yeah, there was one point where it stopped doing the rabbit thing and just said unable to load.
Yeah.
We might. It's gonna put us another day behind.
Yeah, we don't have a ton of people watching right now. Like we might be able to get away with just everybody trying to sync up Netflix. I don't know. I can't say Netflix.
Netflix, you know.
Netflix. DJ, do you have Netflix?
I do. I mean, I also have a disc right here.
Okay, I'm going to keep trying to make this thing work, but DJ, why don't you pull up your Netflix?
Alrighty.
Everybody, we're going to all have to sync, and just to be, just make this easier on everybody, we will watch the intro again. Just go to timestamp 0. And we're going to guerrilla style it. I will keep trying to make the rabbit room work. We've got 3 of these to do, so probably sometime in the middle, the rabbit room will come back up. And I'll just keep periodically messing with it. DJ, you'll want to get it to season 3, episode 1.
Thank you, sir.
A friend in need.
That's the name of the episode. A lot of folks watching live don't even actually watch the episode with us.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I know. I don't understand that.
That doesn't even make sense.
I hear a lot of people say they just put it on the background while they're working on something.
We often react to things happening.
Yeah, I don't know how to know what we're talking about, but I'm flattered by it. I appreciate it.
I listen to commentaries like that.
But you know the thing already, yeah.
Like, yeah.
And how well could anybody watching this know this stuff? Especially live.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the rabbit room is still not working, so we are going to try to do it this way. So everybody... RS says, Porky Flution, nothing works. That's not true. Everything else has been working fine. And we just have rabbit issues this week. I blame Rabbit.
Rabbit issues?
Yeah, rabbit issues. Okay, are you set up there, Mr. DJ? Make sure you put on the subtitles, too, because you're going to have to do that on your own.
Season 3. All right, here we go. Friend in Need, Part 1.
Stephen Ernest says, I just put on the evening news, and it matches your commentary.
Yeah, you don't even give the disclaimer anymore that we're gonna try to give context as much as we can. We don't even.
No, I've never done that with Mania though. Mania is different.
That's true.
Mania is complete, as I always say, it's as unprofessional as we can make it. So, which is why I'm not even cutting this beginning stuff out. It's fine. Yeah, this is part of the video. Enjoy.
Which is why I'm going to ask you a totally unprofessional question. What do you usually keep the volume at? So
about a quarter to a third.
On the little Netflix meter? Okay.
Yeah, just keep playing with the slider until it's to your taste.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I wouldn't listen to it at full volume or you won't be able to hear us. Or maybe you want to put it at full volume. I don't know.
Right.
I like that. See you later, buddy. Okay, so Eric and I are going to go ahead and get started on this commentary. I like this comment from Jeffrey. The show doesn't have context. Why should the commentary?
Although we just get some context from Alpha in that fan club video about the origin.
Yeah, where he actually tells us. Yeah, Alpha gives us information we don't get in the show. In a fan club video, you had to be part of a fan club to get.
What is it?
It's the origin of Rita and Zordon.
Is it the coin flip thing? Is that where that comes from?
I don't remember a coin flip thing.
No, they have a truce, but then Rita betrays him.
And they tell us it was specifically 2,000 years ago, which is weird because she's in the dumpster for 10,000 years. So I don't know how that works.
No. He said that they were fighting a war for 2,000.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Have I talked about the coin flip thing on Mania?
I don't remember. Go ahead.
Okay. So there's novelizations of Power Rangers episodes, and in the beginning of some of them, I think it's first season stuff. In the beginning of some of them, it talks about there's like a page and a half like prologue that explains that Rita and Zordon had like this massive war, and they decided to resolve the war with a coin flip. But that Zordon, not wanting to risk the fate of the galaxy on a coin flip, used a power coin, so he knew that he'd win the coin flip, which seems real dubious to me.
Yeah.
And that's how Rita lost and gets put in the dumpster. She loses a coin flip.
You can't escalate a fight, but you can cheat. That's totally
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Okay, so my instructions will be for everyone, whether you're watching live or not. Get out your Netflix, get it to timestamp 0 on the first episode of season 3, and get ready to press play when I say now. And we're all going to do it together. Hopefully, by the beginning of the second episode, we'll be able to use the rabbit room. And let's get started. It's getting late. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now. Oh, look, it's the intro again.
With no sound. There it goes.
It's because the rabbit room is
as I was saying before the video stopped working, or before the video never worked, what I've heard, like, apocryphally from people is that by the time Masked Rider came out as a show, because it didn't come out, like, at the same time as this, by the time Masked Rider came out as a show, Power Rangers ratings weren't good and they didn't want to be associated. They just wanted to kind of stand on its own and hope it did its own thing, which I've never heard anywhere else, but would make sense if we do Zeo. Like, we try to, like, freshen it up. We don't just keep the same costumes again.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the ratings weren't good, and that's why we do Zeo in the first place. Is we've got new toys to sell. But that's what I've always heard is the reason it's not connected is because Power Rangers wasn't doing well, and so they're like, well, we'll be our own thing.
Which is kind of weird because we had just gotten new suits because the Alien Rangers took over for, like, the end of season 3.
But that might be part of that. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think some people tuned out at that point because it wasn't the characters that they loved that show for, right? We're like, well, or the actors. Well, they're all kids now. Who cares? That was a big deal for me. I think a lot of people left.
But you would think that would give them the opposite lesson, was to not switch the suits, because when they switched the suits, people lost interest.
So, Eric, do you think anybody tuned into this and was like, oh, wait, is this actually Power Rangers? Oh, well, we only have like 10 seconds of that. So
that immediately feels more like later Power Rangers. Like, that immediately feels like in Space and Lost Galaxy, where it's like, we're going to actually have like a plot that's like villains are doing things to other people, and we'll come in on that with the heroes later.
This is great. Alpha's all depressed, and Zordon's trying to get him to reveal his soul. Oh, I thought this was going to be, well, of course not. It's Power Rangers. I thought he was going to have some kind of existential crisis.
Alpha's from Edenoi?
Edenoi.
That's interesting.
I forgot all about that.
Because there are no Alpha robots in Masked Rider.
Well, they stopped making them a long time ago.
Or he's like Fugitoid, where he's just like a normal person. He puts his mind into a robot body.
That's too interesting for this show. There's no way that's what it is. But remember, he's been with Zordon for thousands of years.
Is he kind of shaped like Fugitoid?
Yeah, he does kind of look like Fugitoid. Well, that's my headcanon now. He's just a guy that we put in an alpha body.
That should be I'm telling you, Hasbro needs to take notes.
God, I want a robot to float in a room before I enter it every single time and say that. Behold, the Lord of Evil, Eric.
Hi, Eric. You know, Draken is real close to Dragon.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, Masked Rider uses the footage for Kamen Rider Black RX, which is the first sequel, and I think at this point only sequel series. I don't think we've ever done a sequel series since. I don't know why you would pick the sequel series, because the problem they ran into is once they got to the end of Black RX, there were no more Kamen Rider shows. They had nothing to make more footage from.
Yeah, well,
I would have started with Black and then go to Black RX. Well, I mean, you can't start at the beginning because like it's so far back, but like I would have started at least a series.
Oh, you mean like it would look like 70s footage?
Yeah,
that's weird.
yeah. But Black RX or Black looks awesome. Like Black has a real cool, like dark 80s kind of look that I really like.
RS is saying the same thing you're saying in the comments there. That they should have used Black first.
They should have used Black first. And Black's better shown anyways.
I forgot this was the episode where Kimberly's all sick.
Also apocryphally,
she's gonna like sneeze in her helmet and stuff, I think.
Kamen Rider refused to let them use any more footage. But that seems unlikely because there was just no more footage to use.
So here's the other reason it's weird to start third season like this. A lot of kids had to have watched this and immediately assumed that that's our new villain for the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
But also, like, on a purely marketing standpoint, it makes sense where it's like, everyone's going to be there for the beginning of the new season, so we'll sell our new show with the beginning of this.
I mean, the apex of this show's popularity is the movie, or at least it's up there. Like that was, and when DJ and I did the commentary on the movie, we didn't realize that it was fourth opening for that weekend, because like that was the weekend Pocahontas opened. I think Batman Forever was that weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like it was fourth, but I still remember it as a phenomenon.
You know what else was in the theaters when the Power Rangers the movie came out? Because it's what I'm watching instead of that, because I'm not allowed to watch Power Rangers at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Kid in King Arthur's Court. Watching King in King Arthur's Court at a drive-in, and Power Rangers is on the other screen. I'm not allowed to watch it.
That sucks.
Did you sneak out of your car?
Sure.
What?
Did you sneak out of your car and go watch it?
No. I think I looked over at some points, but King in King Arthur's Court's not a bad movie. Yeah, Craig's in it.
Is he
as
really?
well as the bad guy from Lethal Weapon 2. The diplomatic community guy, he's King Arthur.
Okay.
That sounds hyperbolic.
You're making another...
You really hate this villain more than the Power Rangers, who have beaten you like 67 times.
Oh yeah, have you seen the trailers for that new Kid King Arthur?
Yes,
with
Patrick Stewart.
Guy looks awful.
Yeah, he looks really bad.
Why would you get Patrick Stewart and make him be a different actor for most of the movie?
I don't know. There's some funny things in that trailer though. It doesn't look terrible.
Oh, I think it looks terrible.
Oh, do you really?
I do.
Okay. And not like it didn't look good enough for me to go see it, but I kind of like that gag of like. Of the table that's square, and they need a round table, so they pull the sides up, and that's funny.
That's not bad.
I have that table right over there.
Do you really? We just sit around it.
I've owned that table before.
David Crabtree says that Kate Winslet's also in that movie, in Kid in King Arthur's Court.
She doesn't always pick the best projects. I mean, she was in The Reader.
You just said that movie's not that bad.
The Reader?
No, Kid in King Arthur's Court.
Oh, no. What? Oh, Kate Winslet is in King.
Yeah.
I thought you meant in the new.
No, that's why I said the name of the movie.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I was talking about.
The new movie has like the same title. It's like the kid who would be King Arthur's Court.
The king or something. Yeah.
Anyway, this.
Yeah, this. Why have you never told this story before?
Because they've never been in danger before.
So he also has to be 10,000 years old.
But you'd think as much time as they spend together, that Zordon and Alpha would have told them their origins at some point, but they never talk about themselves.
You know, there was a rumor, not even a rumor, I guess it was kind of a rumor. There was speculation at one point early on when Samurai was on. There's an episode of Samurai that crosses over with another, with a Kamen Rider show called Decade. And Saban copyrighted the term Power Rider.
Oh, weird.
And there was speculation that we were going to get another Kamen Rider in Power Rangers, but never panned out.
Mr. Roboto gives us $2 super chat and says, so Masked Rider was an original show. It was, again, based on a Kamen Rider show. And it was on for what? Only one season, right?
Yeah, that's like a 50-episode season.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also has an ending and then keeps going. The only...
Oh, just like the Back 20.
Yeah. The only original show that Saban ever makes live action is Knights of Tyranno.
Knights of Tyranno.
Which is not on DVD, and I want it. I'm sure it's terrible, but I really want to go back to it. I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
We actually had to talk over a 5-minute commercial for VR Troopers, because that's what that VHS tape ends with.
Is it just me being like nostalgic? Like VR Troopers is not as good as Power Rangers. Like at the low quality of Power Rangers, VR Troopers is way worse.
I don't know if I
and
ever...
creepier, because it's got that Zordon stand-in with the creepy beard phase.
Oh, the community pastor
guy.
He's horrifying. Jason just went, what? He could not stop laughing every time he was on screen.
Yeah, it was like a Sony trailer at the end of that VHS. They showed us like the whole episode.
I still like how Alpha's using ancient technology, so he's got to like print things off and carry the paper around.
Wow, that's just what space looks like.
It's just like that.
Look
anywhere you look in space, it's just like that.
Did Alpha still have the paper with like...
I was just about to
mention that. It's glass.
Oh,
I watched documentary on space. It's really big.
It's really big.
Maybe the only good line.
That's one of the moments. That's a moment I liked in Glass. There was a moment at least.
It was probably improv.
Yeah, he probably came up with that.
Oh,
this is not a bad idea. I guess this is kind of what we do for Zeo, kind of. But the idea of having a second bad guy so that you don't have to get rid of Zed, but like it's like a warring faction thing, that's not a bad idea.
No, I wish we did that with Master Vile.
Do you see
like,
Zed just
like more of it?
Did you see Zed just like chilling on the railing back there? He just had his arm up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he was looking at her. He's watching her walk away.
So we are back to Goldar really wishing Rita wasn't around. We keep forgetting about that because he hates her.
Yeah, we brought Finster back for this.
And really doesn't like this marriage thing. Yeah, we haven't seen him in a long time.
But we've changed that now because he just talked about how much he likes her.
What, Goldar?
Oh.
No, I'm talking about Goldar.
Oh.
And now Goldar hates Rita and was so glad when Zed got rid of her.
Yeah,
and then Zed turns tail at the beginning of season 2. Yeah, but like, when she comes back, there's like a little of that, but we kind of forget about it. Oh. So wait, they just stole the intro from MST3K?
I thought the exact same thing.
And
whoa.
Oh man, it's like Vasquez Rock, but red.
Well, we found out, Cap, when we did the movie the other day, that Goldar is just a yes man, and he immediately just, whoever the villain is, he just...
That's true, whoever's on top.
With. He does that with Ivan Ooze immediately and forgets all about Zed and Rita.
We also learned the most important character detail about him, which is that he thinks Kimberly's cute.
Yes. That was the thing.
What about Scorpina, dude?
Yeah.
They are doing an okay job of matching footage here.
Well, this is probably American.
That's what I'm saying, though. The lighting with the like matching this with the Sentai stuff that we just saw, or not the Sentai stuff. Excuse me, the Masked Rider or the
like spaceship stuff.
Yeah, they had to. They've got to match the colors and lighting. It looks pretty good.
Someone is doing Black RX now subtitled. For a long time, you couldn't watch it.
Oh, cool!
Except in the Raw. Century Kings finished Comrade Black, which is now really hard to get a hold of, and I hate it. Because they finished it, and then they like disappeared from the internet. They took all their subs with them. But Black RX, I think you can watch some of now.
Yes, Chris Martinez Zed was an American creation.
And interestingly, Dragon is one of the few times we'll use a tokusatsu Japanese villain with a face after Rita. Like after Rita, we don't really do that.
That's right.
We cast an American actor. But Dragon's still doing the Rita thing where we're just dubbing over the Japanese actor.
And then more recently...
You lie!
Just say Zordon.
How do these outfits look like Dragon's people's outfits?
Yeah. It must be all the colors, Eric. Yeah, anytime you meet an alien that thinks you're evil, just say Zordon. That always immediately makes them pause.
Okay, so I know we're not supposed to talk about subtitles. You hate when I talk about subtitles.
No, go ahead.
His transformation call is Ectophase Activate. The subtitle said Ectobay Activate.
Oh, that's awful. I saw the worst one ever in the Aquaman pilot.
Oh, yeah?
The worst one I've ever seen.
Is it worse than There Are No Exits That Way, Wolverine?
It is worse than that. When he can, this is not about Power Rangers. I got to tell you this real quick because I forgot to tell you about this. Spoiler for the Aquaman pilot, but when he kills the siren chick at the end of that, she says something, I forget what, like I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna destroy you, whatever, and he says, "Not today," and he stabs her and he kills her. The subtitles say "Destiny!" exclamation point. It doesn't get much worse than that. Zordan is also pretty good.
Yeah, but that's at least, I don't know, I can see someone mishearing that.
I know, but
then not correcting it every time.
Right. No,
this is obviously how it's spelled. Zedster.
Yeah, don't ever use that one again.
Oh, whoa, they're getting grindy.
Whoa.
DJ, they are playing this as if this is the very next thing that happens after the wedding.
Well, this kind of is a season 2 episode. I don't know. Because we're not
into a season 2-esque episode, but we've had many episodes since, or at least several episodes since the wedding. And they're playing up the wedding, like the fact that they're married, really hard right now.
Or do you think that this was shot before they shot the movie?
That's what I think.
Probably because there was those 6 episodes that they had to shoot during the movie, and the wedding was one of them.
Yep. I think that's absolutely what's going on.
So this might have been shot with season 2.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Why else would you open with it?
Well, I just told you. Yeah.
No, besides, yeah. No, I get that, but I don't think that can possibly be the main reason.
Okay, so Dax's actor, Dax is Masked Rider. He's awful.
The voice actor? Yeah, it sounds really weird.
No, that's how he talks. That's how
the
actor talks. Imagine him acting along with that.
I mean,
voice.
you're going to see what he looks like. I don't
Yeah.
think he's any worse than your average Power Ranger actor.
I feel like he is.
Really?
But maybe just because his voice is annoying.
And I don't want to be that guy, but his name is Dax. He's not Dax. He's not from DS9.
I'm pretty sure it's Dax.
No, it's Dax.
Is it Dax?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's his name.
I don't hate the Masked Rider Black RX costume. It's not bad. I like the helmet.
Is he any worse than Jason David Frank?
I don't
In his
think he's worse
remake?
than
I
an
think his
actor.
voice is just naturally more annoying, and so it seems worse to me.
Well, he has a natural like
That
bug
guy's face
sounding
is
voice.
awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
He has like a motorcycle helmet with a face on it.
Yeah, he's got a
really cool.
face on top of where you'd think his face would be.
He
Yeah.
looks like
And there's
the
clearly a
white,
face inside of the visor. So he's got 2 faces. Sorry,
have
what
you
did
guys seen the white SPD Ranger?
No.
He looks like the
Does he
white
look like
SPD Ranger. His visor goes up like that, exactly.
Well, that's kind of what the white Dino Thunder
Dino
looks
Thunder.
like too. At least the helmet, not the body.
I like this set.
It's a good set. It's a Japanese set.
I still like it. But what I was going to say about the monsters earlier, the villains, because meanwhile back in MS3TK, you mentioned that we very rarely later than this have like human faces that move. At this point, usually we've got like a full face mask and just people talking over it, right? Like,
Well, and we still do that even in modern days. But I think aside from Rita, we'll never have and Scorpina, we won't do that with a villain again. We will always cast an actor.
but we'll make up our own that are like that, obviously.
Yeah, I just mean
You know,
with
like
people that have human
Botox and-
faces that have mouths that move.
Yes.
We'll dub over monsters, but
But like,
human characters we always.
I guess the point I'm trying to make is these days we very often will be like, and this is because of Sentai, but like Sentai's gotten lazier about it, where they won't have villains that have mouths that move. They just kind of sit there, and then we just voice over it. That's unfortunate. I don't know. Like, we haven't gotten something as complex as Mesogog in a long time.
No.
I missed that.
No, most of the villains for the newer series feel like they're the heaviest to the actual villain.
Yes.
Like just design wise.
Drives me crazy. Say Zordon.
Why didn't we leave with that?
Yeah,
Martha.
it's like BVS
At
all
least
over
till
again.
episode 1, they're getting a lot done in this.
Yeah.
I
We
mean,
are
they're not,
still at
but they
episode
are.
1 for Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So they do
Oh,
the same
face
thing
on
that they
top
do.
moves.
Yeah. I
That
also
ship is
really like the
cool.
ship design where it's got those legs.
Yeah, it's awesome. That move.
Yeah.
It's Power Rangers. I get excited when things move.
We got excited. We noticed Zed's head move for the first time.
Yeah,
the movie.
in the movie. Did you ever notice that? Because we didn't. His brains move in the movie.
Does it?
Yeah, it's
That makes me
cool.
like that design more.
It like ripples.
Honestly, I liked it better on this viewing.
Oh, okay.
And
I've always liked it.
my and DJ's viewing of that was the best viewing I've had of that movie in a long time.
Yeah, for a while it just keeps getting worse. I've stopped going back to it.
Yeah, me too. And the last time you and I watched it, we were just like, oh, but like I don't know, something about that last viewing, I enjoyed it more than I have in a
When
long
you're in the
time.
thick of Power Rangers for 3 months.
I guess that's true.
Exactly. It's well, and what I said when we did the commentary was it was like when I did the Spawn movie after reading that much Spawn. It's like, oh, this is better now. To be continued.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is a weird mashup. It very much feels like we're watching 2 shows at the same time. Oh, you can't be a martial artist unless you control your mind, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't. I have no idea what you're talking about.
These don't happen the whole season, right? This is the season where we get the bloopers, right?
I think the bloopers start to happen during the season, but this is the beginning of getting anything during the credits.
They're just promoting everything in this first episode.
I love the bloopers.
Well, are we promoting the kata, or is this just
that was not an ad?
I don't think that was an ad.
Just footage from it.
There's footage from it, yeah, but he doesn't actually mention it.
Yeah.
He's not and you too can learn if you buy the thing.
Okay, so folks, bear with me for just a second. I'm gonna check the rabbit room and see if it's working now, and if not, I'll have everybody sync up with us again. Unless you're not bothering with that.
I'm ready to.
Even the people watching live don't sync up?
Some of them don't.
That's so weird. Not that you're weird. I just think it's weird. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. No, and that's the thing that's always weird about it to me is, again, it's kind of flattering that people will just listen to us ramble on about a thing they're not even looking at. Mr. Roboto, another $2 super chat. Thanks, man. It's strange we never got Bug Rangers in Power Rangers.
We get Bug Zords.
No, we do have Bug Rangers. The Beetle Twins in
Ninja Storm, yeah.
In Ninja Storm.
But they're Wind Rangers. They just have bug-themed Zords and weapons.
But it's not like a whole bug-themed show.
Yeah. I guess not. But why would you do that when the other franchise that you own is always a bug-themed hero?
Yes, but if you just watch Power Rangers and you don't know anything about that, you wouldn't realize that.
Sure.
So, like, Mr. Roboto might not.
Well, if he doesn't know that,
Kamen Rider is a bug thing.
Yeah. There's another franchise called Kamen Rider, which is what Master Rider is based on, and even when it's not bug themed, it's always bug themed because like he's got the big bug eyes. But originally it was based on Grasshopper, and so there is a bug themed Tokusatsu series that's owned by the same company that does the Sentai series, and so they wouldn't go to bugs.
You just made me think of Ghostbusters when you said that. Sorry about the bug eye thing.
Sometimes they're also like bug fruits.
Yes, I have got to watch more of that.
And bug detective.
I love, what is that, Gaim?
Yeah, Gaim.
I loved that so much.
Kamen Rider Skull is a skull detective bug.
We just like to mash a bunch of stuff up.
Sometimes it's just the big eyes. Sometimes we're really far away from the bug thing. They just have the big bug eyes.
So I am still having issues with the Rabbit Room. So everybody sync up with me. On Netflix, if you have Netflix, go to the second episode of season 3 and get ready to press play. When I say now, make sure your timestamp 0. Here we go, everybody. Everybody ready? Here we go. Back to action. Everybody please press play right now.
Dang it.
What happens to Saba when Saba?
Saba.
What happens to Saba when he gets the Falcon Sword? Did we just stop using him? Do we not address that there's a line in the bottom of the sword?
Still has the sword.
Well, he still has the sword, but does he stop talking? Do we ever use Saba once he gets the Falcon Sword?
I'm not sure, but you know what I just thought of that I'd never thought of before?
I would change the head to a falcon.
As soon as you said that, and I'm sure you guys will both be like, yes, of course, duh. But is it called Saba because of Saban?
Maybe.
Saba's just Saban with the N off the end. Maybe that's why they named it that. I never thought of that. Thomas Edghill says he dies. I don't think that happens.
Saba?
It happens in the comics. I mean, I just cannot look at that planet. It's the MS-23K planet.
No, and the planet's clearly us, which I guess makes sense because we're attacking because it takes place on Earth in the Sentai, so they wouldn't have a planet. We had to make that.
That's cool that we made something. I know that sounds stupid, but like, this is the first time we've made stuff like that. I mean, we made Zed, but we don't do a lot of our own special effects, like major visual effects like that.
We see a planet in Doomsday, right?
That's theirs.
Is that theirs?
Almost positive.
Okay. I've watched that Sentai. I don't know.
I could be wrong. I'm almost positive.
But that's a ninja season, so I wouldn't think they'd go in there planetary, but I don't know.
You can usually tell maybe they ripped it from another one, but I don't know if they ever do that. But yeah, you can usually tell when it's their footage.
How come you got a sticker on your forehead?
Because he's like a monk guy. It looks like.
No, I think just older people have that. He makes it disappear in the show, like when he's hanging out with like normal people, so people don't think he's a freak. Yeah, no, they just all have sticker foreheads.
It's like a gem.
I could buy one of those at a Dollar Store, at a Dollar General. I could buy it at a Dollar Tree. I could buy one of those at a Dollar Tree.
The guy
it's not a
next to him
flat
looks really
sticker,
cool.
though.
No, it's just like gem that's got a sticky thing.
Yeah,
I can
you're
buy
right,
that
though.
at a
You
dollar
could buy that, yeah.
I can buy a sleeve of like a bunch of little ones, just put them all over my face. I'd be so alien.
That's that. One of us should cosplay that way for MorphCon. That is a $1 cosplay.
Also, at the end of Masked Rider, we're going to find out that there's like 10 other Masked Riders that are older Masked Riders that didn't bother to help out until the final episode.
People in the comments are calling him Stickerhead.
That's what Masked Rider fans are called, Stickerheads.
Yeah, why did you lead with Zordon, Rocky?
Well, I mean, let's not ask too much of Rocky.
Wait, is that why they named him Rocky? Because he's dumb?
No, but they might have written him dumb because he's named Rocky.
See, that's why he has that, because it's a mind crystal.
You know, I know Rocky's like a name, but I always shy away from ever using names like that if I'm writing something. Like, there's a cultural phenomenon built around that name.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't name a character Rocky, just saying. Or Creed. Like, I wouldn't name a character Creed.
I mean, that's a last name, but yeah.
Okay. Have you ever read the issue of Spider-Man where Green Goblin, where you find out Green Goblin's identity?
It's been a long time.
Okay, this is literally how you find out Green Goblin's identity. He has a machine that projects his thoughts, and he just shows Spider-Man, like, his backstory.
I forgot it was a machine.
It's amazing.
Wait, so he has to press the skin next to the sticker
It's
to
like
turn it off?
it's like Professor X doing this.
It's a mind thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but it looked like he was pressing a button. It was like there's an invisible button on my head next to the thing that looks like a button.
No, it's just concentration.
It's visual for us. At least he doesn't wiggle his nose.
Oh, wait, he's not done.
He's doing it again. He knew it was the commercial break.
You have to change tapes.
God, how long is this for the Power Rangers? Is it like Titanic, where it's 4 hours long, and he's got to switch VHS tapes?
Is this like the origin of Masked Rider? Do we redo it in the show, though?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Eric claimed it just started over.
Like, all of this, I don't know about all of this, but like, the planet, the bad guy, like, all the names are the same, the ideas are the same, but it ignores, none of this happened as far as that show is concerned. Maybe someone that's watched it more recently can paint a better picture, but I know that show ignores Power Rangers.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that Ninja Turtle show also never brings up Power Rangers.
I also don't think that Masked Rider is as bad as people say it is. I think people think it's worse because Masked Rider or because Kamen Rider is kind of a darker series, but like I don't think it's that much worse than like first season Power Rangers. People act like it's horrendous. It's better than VR Troopers. Fight.
Does anybody know the reason why Kimberly's doing this?
Because she's a girl.
No, but like the reason in real life why she's not in this episode.
Oh, she's shooting the movie
by herself.
I don't know.
Well, no, everybody was shooting the movie. Here's the thing: unless there are 2 episodes where she gets sick, they've just made this a kind of arbitrary plot point. Because I remember an episode where she gets sick like this. And then she will end up morphing. Like, they will need her later. And while she's sick, she will come. Because I always thought that, like, they wrote her out of the episode. I don't think that's the case. I think she's going to come in and kind of save the day.
You think this is an intentional subplot?
Yes. If it's not for this, it is for later. Sorry, what?
I was filling in dialogue for them.
Oh.
They're looking at those girls, and Boke was like, what do you think to talk about? I was like, us?
Oh, this is where they're going to decide to get a uniform. And this will begin their big subplot for the whole season.
I'm sorry.
They're going to become cops.
It's ridiculous that they never become Rangers.
I agree. We have talked about this before.
By the end of Space, they should get to be Power Rangers.
At the very least, they should get to know who the Rangers are.
Yeah.
I still think that's crazy. I know I brought this up a lot, but I still think it's crazy. We are watching every episode of a really formulaic show. So some of the same things are going to come up again. Look how deep the dry ice is. They're wading in it.
They're tripping over it.
I never noticed, you can't see it now because it's not in frame, I never noticed where Zed puts his hands He's like a jewel-eyed like bird face. It's pretty cool looking.
I guess I never noticed that either.
And it will never cut back to the chair.
I actually like him better as a person. When he's in the suit, his voice sounds weird to me.
Okay.
I really don't think he's any worse than anybody else.
Okay.
I mean,
when he was doing
I wouldn't give him his own show or nothing.
Do you guys know about Furbus?
I remember Furbus.
It's a giant Furby-like creature.
Yeah. No, that
lives at his house.
I hadn't thought about that in 25 years.
Do you know who plays Furbus? Who's in the suit?
Huh.
Vern Troyer.
I don't know who that is.
Mini-Me.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yes.
I do know who that
Vern
is.
Troyer, who just passed away a year or two ago.
Well, yeah, recently.
Wait, is he like a Larago type looking guy?
He looks like a giant Furby. Like you can like Google it right now.
And
He
Larago
looks like a giant Furby.
Looks like a giant Furby, but that guy more like a giant Furby.
Yeah.
Larago's got kind of more of a troll doll thing going on.
Yeah. Larago, I always thought was a clean ripoff of the wizard guy from the live action Masters of the Universe movie.
Yes, you're absolutely right. So yeah, it is pretty arbitrary that suddenly they no longer care about figuring out the Power Rangers' identities, and now they're like, "Wait a minute, it's the beginning of a new season, so we got to have a different motivation."
Hey, you were at the beginning of the episode. Those guys are awesome.
Yeah, look at those.
They look like critters.
Hogwarts. I mean, Cogwarts.
Like a Furby with a body. That's weird.
Right?
This really feels like the Power Rangers got beamed into someone else's TV show.
But this is kind of what I want Power Rangers to be, and what it will become when we get to space in Lost Galaxy.
Yeah,
it feels very Lost Galaxy.
And I never got used to it because I started at the beginning.
I mean, I did too. I just realized the later stuff was bad.
Well, sure, but like I never saw that stuff until I was an adult.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I don't mean to keep arguing about this. Well, it's not about where I started. It's about what I wasn't doing when I was older. Yeah, or when I was a kid. I didn't look at it until I was older. We know what we're talking about.
This also feels like a lot like the first episode of the Psycho Ranger saga in space, when Andros goes to that alien planet and just sits down at a saloon.
RSS Furbus gave me nightmares. He's like coming right out, and regardless of what's on his face, he's like, the Power Rangers look stupid.
Did no one tell them that the only color allowed here is chrome?
DJ, this may be the first time I've remembered to say back to action, and then that phrase actually wound up in the next episode.
Synergy.
They are creepy. That's hysterical.
That guy's, the voice actor for that guy was just like, rah, 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 rah.
So, was that written down on a piece of paper?
Well, it's probably just like growls, right?
Yeah. Yes, but I want to imagine. Rah, 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 rah.
I feel like he's real bad every time he has to get like dramatic.
Yeah.
Well, his martial arts yells are really bad if you listen to those.
Yeah, weird.
And I get the impression that he's an actor first and not a martial artist, like the initial Power Rangers are.
Yes.
Or the initial Power Rangers are martial artists first, or
at least most of them.
Yeah. Athletic first.
Yeah.
But if you're going actor first, they need to be a better actor than they are a martial artist.
What Eric's saying is you should have a skill.
Well, he could be this bad of an actor and still be better of an actor than he is a martial artist. We haven't seen him do anything.
So,
yeah, anything.
I don't know if this is Japanese footage, but if it is, they're matching it really well.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
But I can't tell. I'm not sure.
Well, if what part is Japanese? Because some of this has to be.
Well, like the guys riding around on the horses, but also like when it's just Master Rider fighting, I don't know if that's us or not.
I don't either, but you've got scenes where he's standing in front of the Rangers, so like we did stuff with him in, with our footage.
And
so yeah, it is matching really well.
But like this, I don't know if this is us or not.
That is almost certainly them. That's
definitely them.
Well, you're right. That other one could have been Oz. And we do those kind of flips and kicks, so.
But that is distinctly his kick, and we don't care about continuity like that, I don't think. Like, that is his... Because, like, Kamen Rider always has, like a rider kick, or, like, he used to always have a rider kick, and, like, that's his, is he flips and then double kicks.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have done that. Because we don't care about things like that.
Maybe we don't. Okay. All right.
But it matches really well if it's not our footage. We went out of our way to match, maybe more so than I've ever seen us go.
Yeah. It's impressive if you can't tell that it's their footage.
To me.
Yeah, no, it does. But, like, even the film quality is not that far off.
Because, like, we don't have suits that work like this. We're not that good.
But, so, like, some of it is because we're matching well, and some of it is because their film quality looks better than first season Mighty Morphin film, like, that Sentai. That's part of why it's matching as well as it is. But you're right. Like, tonally, atmospherically, everything about this feels like later.
It also helps that Black RX is a little bit of a lighter show, but...
It all feels like space or Lost Galaxy.
It's like they kind of get, like, a taste of it here. Like, oh, we like writing this.
It's also personal for Alpha. He's having a hard time trusting his friends. See?
But he couldn't possibly go himself and try to help.
What would he do? I mean,
shoot his arms all stretchy and fight them?
But Eric, he doesn't have that ability.
Oh. I may have confused it with a different thing. He's awesome!
This is Silverhorns again.
It's just Silverhorns repainted. And he has a giant tongue.
He's awesome.
Silverhorns
was awesome.
Yeah, but this one's green and has
a dumb repaint, and I don't like him. Let's send that thing. Get it down there, because I don't like it here.
Oh, this is a good plan. They're off on another plan. Let's go now. Why didn't they do this earlier?
Yeah, why are they waiting so long?
Why did it take them this long?
It's a good plan if they did it half an hour ago, Eric. Yeah.
So is this what we're going to do with the Pink Ranger? She had to be sick so that she could fight?
Yes. So she could fight long-tongued Silverhorns.
Silverhorns Mark II.
DJ, that is the dumbest thing. We've had worse repaints.
He's lime horns.
I wanted that to keep going.
You see the subtitle?
I did not.
The words are, "This is really bad timing." The subtitle was, "This is really bad thing." I know I was an idiot, but...
When Alpha gets real worked up, he just can't speak English anymore.
They named him Repellator now.
It's not supposed to be the same monster, DJ.
I would like to remind you, Edenoi is not Earth, therefore it is less important.
Yeah, Alpha, we don't care where you come from. Shut up.
I mean, I guess it's basic psychology, right? Like, the Rangers are going to help out as much as they can, but they would rather be saving their planet than a planet they've never been to.
Yeah, that's right. Well, they're just waiting to get to be back in their own TV show. Yep. I didn't think there were 2 episodes where she's in bed sick.
Bellator. Limehorn is better.
But then that would just be screaming repaint.
Yeah, just acknowledge it.
Yeah, no, that'd be fun. If Rita was like, haven't we used this before? Yes, but I like this design.
Finster, I feel like you're running out of ideas.
I'll name him Limes. Yeah, and I don't think he even made
that wasn't the outfit you were wearing before.
Hey, DJ, that's a really good point. We brought back Finster to make a monster that looks exactly like a monster I don't think he made.
It's going to be all in the mask. That's gross.
Maybe one of her powers is to not get snot in her face.
Maybe it's got like suction, or it's got like a
cleaning system.
Okay, I'm just gonna talk about something like kind of weird for a second.
No, I want you to please keep rethinking that, or overthinking that.
You know,
please keep overthinking that.
You know the thing when you go to the dentist that sucks all the water out. When you get
you are overthinking it.
When you get a really stuffy nose, do you ever wish you had one of those? Could you just stick it up your nose? I do.
I do have one of those for my son. They make them.
Yes, of course they made them for babies. Yeah.
You have to suck it. You have to manually suck it though.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Eric, I'll see if I have an extra one.
It doesn't actually go to where you're.
Well, no, they have suction ones though, where I can't believe we're talking about it. But I imagine that a Power Rangers mask has that in it, which is like sucks it up. That's what I'm guessing.
Any extraneous grossness that you don't want in your mask just goes into the Morphin grid.
How did she immediately know it was a molecular scrambler? That's not her thing. He grabbed her and she was like, "Oh no, molecular scrambler." Billy's not here to tell her that. How'd she know that?
See, she's improved, you know, she's learned a lot.
Well, and I'm pretty sure she's two people.
We're still doing this.
Because she's like a girly girl person and a not girly girl person.
And we just oscillate between them.
Yeah, we just oscillate between them. But even then, molecular scrambler, I think, is beyond any of the Rangers that's not Billy.
Yeah.
Wow, we might be able to see this whole video just from these little clips.
We won't actually have to record the video on the kata. No, we're still doing that. It can't be as boring as Alpha's magical Christmas.
Really want that to be like, if anyone tells you differently, just punch them. Just punch them. Martial arts now.
If your parents try to stop you,
don't escalate a fight, but I'm not Zordon. Do whatever you gotta do. You know, it's like Tommy's Cobra Kai.
Pull their hair, poke their eyes, whatever it takes to win.
He turns an
Bulk and Skull have the right idea. They just don't have the knowledge or the training. I'm sorry, what, DJ?
I was just saying he's going to turn an Ivan News. If your parents try to stop you, just throw it in their faces.
All right, let's get into the third and last episode. I will try the rabbit room one more time for the 3 people that might actually use it. Let's see here.
Oh, whoops, my Netflix started playing. I just got so carried away in the story of this.
What if it was called a ribbit room?
Then there'd be a frog jumping now.
Yeah, and nothing would be different. There was no alternate universe, but that's all that's different. Is it's a ribbit room and it's a frog.
Yeah, it's still not working. Okay, so folks, just sync up with us again. 3rd episode of season 3. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now.
Hey, you know what Netflix doesn't have? The recap of the episode you haven't watched yet that used to open Power Rangers episodes.
Drove me crazy.
Does anyone else remember that?
Oh, yeah. Because you remember the guy, it would start and the guy would go, "Today on Power Rangers."
This is what's going to happen. I want to know. I haven't watched it yet. Get out of here.
I hate that.
No spoilers.
I don't even, and like DJ hates spoilers more than anyone on the planet.
Does
he must have hated that. Oh, yeah. DJ doesn't watch trailers.
I don't look at set photos. I don't look at set photos anymore.
It was hard for DJ to be an extra in Spider-Man Homecoming because he had to find out about things.
Yeah, I found out way more than I wanted to know.
No, I really respect that.
I do too.
I at least watched the initial trailer. I just want a sense of it. Because if it looks terrible, I'm not going to go see it.
Well, it's only for stuff that I'm like going to see, like geeky related stuff. Like obviously I watch trailers if it's something I've never heard of.
DJ feels weird when he has to guest mod the Captain Logan show.
I probably won't watch any more Endgame trailers.
I don't want to see any more Endgame trailers.
I don't need to see any more Spider-Man trailers either. Like, I'm going to see that movie.
Somebody asked me on the Captain Logan show the other day, and for those of you watching later, this will drop already. Like, did you see the trailer? Somebody wanted me to talk about the trailer for Punisher season 2. I'm like, why would I watch that?
Yeah,
it's about to come out
today.
Yeah,
it's out already.
Oh, it's out already. Yeah. Forgot about that.
But also, like, I don't know.
Okay, so it's out already for everyone.
One of the things I don't like is when you react to something and people are like, "Well, we knew about that 6 months ago." I'm like, but I didn't. I got to experience it the way it was supposed to be experienced.
Yeah. I didn't even, going back to Winnie the Pooh, I didn't even know that there was Pooh characters in that movie.
Did you not?
I did not. Because another Christopher Robin movie had come out the year before, and I thought this was just like Disney's version of that, about the real guy. Oh. I had no idea. I didn't watch the trailer.
I haven't watched it, but Max Landis had a pitch for a Christopher Robin movie, and I think they might owe him money.
Is it too much like it?
I didn't see Christopher Robin. It looked a lot like Max Landis' pitch.
Interesting.
I may show it to you at some point. I think it's good. It was DJ's #1 film of the year last year.
Number two.
I thought you put it at #1. What was #1?
Well, Spider-Verse beat it out, but that was a different list.
Oh, okay. Oh, but for non-superhero.
Yeah.
So when Limehorns is like, stop sneezing on me, I'm like, she's wearing a mask. She's not sneezing on you.
Maybe that suction thing like sucks it out and shoots it forward as enemy combatants.
But they're nice enough not to show it to us because it's gross.
Yeah, it's a kid show.
Oh, I'm
not
classier than the new Power Rangers.
Not something the new Power Rangers has a problem with.
I'm glad this came back up. Because I've been talking to this guy about a Power Ranger suit. One of my friends has a silver Zane spacesuit, and and he said it gets really fogged up in the helmet if you wear it for a little bit. So I'm kind of worried if I buy one for Morphicon, if I'm going to be able to do anything in it.
Yeah,
there has to be a way around that, right?
I'm sure, because I see people wearing those costumes for long periods of time.
And they're doing things.
But they can do it for a little bit and then.
I guess that's true. They can take it off in between takes. I mean, I imagine it'd get hot. But there has to be a way that you can work around that with the visor.
I haven't seen a lot of guys like take the mask off and wear it the whole time, but I've seen people keep them on for a good long time.
Ha! Got him.
Good one.
But like, I don't want to get
to murder them.
Well, they're monsters. If from Tommy's perspective. He got sick because of Kimberly. I forgot about that.
Flu bug.
Sometimes say
fly bug.
Fly bug.
Just the idea that you could catch a cold from a Power Ranger in costume is hilarious.
Well, if it's Eric's vapor machine, then it makes perfect sense.
Just notice how everyone is coming from behind there. I don't think we've ever done entrances here from there, or maybe we haven't. I just started, but like everyone's coming from behind that.
From the balcony?
That wall.
They're having a smoke break out there.
You think it's dry ice? It's not. They're all heavy smokers.
Would it concentrate on the ground like that?
I mean,
they have vents, so they're sucking it down.
I mean, all of them have smokers' voices, so it's pretty believable.
That's true.
That's true. They all do. Even Zed, he's like smoking intravenously or something.
Oh yeah, they're totally gonna think you're Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's the uniform the girls want.
Why does everyone in the mid-90s drive a Ford Taurus?
I have an answer, but I can't say it on the channel.
Oh. Okay, I'll ask you about that later. I'm not sure what that means.
If anyone wants to, I was going to say, just look up Steve Jobs' quote about why everyone wants a MacBook. That's what I was going to say. I was going to make a Steve Jobs joke.
Okay. I actually cannot remember what the end of that is, so I'll have to ask you about it later.
It rhymes with itchin'.
It's still weird that Finster made this monster.
Those are the same suits that Bulk and Skull wear in Doomsday.
Yeah, they are.
I understand that, like, those costumes are, like, difficult and expensive, but, like, would it have hurt to put him in a doctor gown? In, like, a doctor coat or something for this scene? Would that be too much to ask if he's going to be a doctor?
He is wearing something different than he normally does, though, right? Does he have an apron on?
That's what he normally wears, isn't it?
Something about this is different.
Does he always have that necklace on?
No, that's different. But like, I think he has an apron on.
He looks kind of like a hippie. I've never noticed he's got like a headband and earrings and everything.
He does kind of look like a hippie. Okay,
like a turkey baster.
Yes,
I was thinking like a caulking gun.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not a needle.
Before you crack the top off. Did that say Finster's tummy pills?
Yeah, I guess that is pretty much what he was always wearing.
Just been a while.
Well, he's got his headband back.
Yeah, that was weird.
That is a gross color for a car.
Is it just brown? It's like beige.
Yeah, it's the shade of brown. It doesn't look good.
The things we talk about on the show.
This is a great opportunity for these two to learn to not eavesdrop.
I thought you meant those random girls. Okay, these didn't have these helmets before.
No, they just put them on.
No. He was talking about how these are the same suits they wore in Doomsday.
Oh.
Those suits didn't have those helmets, but now they're trying to pretend like they're Power Rangers. Are those the exact same suits? Because they're trying to make them look like. No, I think they're modified a little bit.
I think they put the triangle on them.
They put the
diamond. I'm sorry.
The diamond. Yeah. Power Rangers just made it so we don't remember how shapes work. They're called monsters?
What?
That was uncomfortable. This is a children's program.
Right. Writers. Hey, Eric, can I point out something obvious?
Mm.
Do you remember when this was the Masked Rider episode?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah.
This is the reason that I always separate this in my head and don't remember that the Pink Ranger getting sick episode is the same episode. Because this is like an isolated episode for the most part. We'll check back in with them for like 3 minutes at the end, I bet. It's always weird when we throw like two-dimensional energy. Oh, look, there he is.
Can I say something? I don't know. Those
Sure.
girls were way more attractive than the girls they usually get as extras. Am I wrong on that? Like, is that just me?
I don't know. It's hard to look through the 90s of them all.
Sure.
The jeans weren't doing
agree with
anything.
Eric. I would not have made that statement myself, but now that it's out there and on the table, yes, Eric, you're right.
They looked older too.
Yeah, usually their extras are just more bland. That's all I'm saying.
Well, they're usually Billy's girlfriends, so.
They were also allowed to use their own voices, and they weren't voiced over by anyone.
Power Rangers, more progressive than James Bond.
By a lot, really.
Actually, yes. Power Rangers is really progressive from the get-go.
Yeah.
Except for the voicing over of the females. And the children.
The children, yeah. What is this? So this giant turtle thing we keep seeing is where the villains are?
Yeah, that's their spaceship. So she doesn't have pants on. That's weird.
The things we talk about on this show.
You know what Dex sounds like? He sounds like the guy who does Donatello's voice. Corey Feldman. He sounds like Corey Feldman. But like if Corey Feldman like inhaled helium. Like that's what he sounds like.
So what is the story with this forehead guy? Is he like a Krang type thing where he's just on a body? Or is the person inside like a person, like a Scarface thing?
I don't know.
I don't know, but you can see a face in there.
If I had to guess or just make things up, my guess would be his face is all messed up, and so he's wearing the helmet, and the face works for him. That would be my guess.
So like he's wearing a living being on himself.
No, it's
but he's in charge.
Yeah, I would think it's mechanical.
Oh, I didn't think that at all. I thought it was organic.
It looks like a face, like a tumor.
Well, that sounds gross. I don't think anybody would want that.
What is toe jam, by the way? I always hear that in movies and stuff. I don't know what that is.
Just gross stuff between your toes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not like a disease or something?
No.
It's like people who don't wash their feet?
Yep. This must be the grossest commentary we've ever recorded.
Sorry, it was gross, but I had to get to the bottom of it.
I'm sorry, can I stop everything in this Power Rangers commentary to ask what this is?
Well, he's never going to get another opportunity. You go through life never knowing.
That's true. I forgot to say back to action again.
Dragon Ball Z has an insult that's one of my favorite insults because I've never heard it before, like ever since. And like I was like, that's really mean. That's a great insult. Where Nappa's yelling at Gohan, and Gohan's like, well, someone's like he mumbles something to himself. He's like, what'd you say? And Gohan says, I said you smell like toenails. And for some reason that sticks with me. I think that's a good insult. So
yeah, you guys are just goofing around.
Wow, we sure bonded together while we were fighting with your bad guy. Yeah, this happens a lot where like the Power Rangers show up to help, so they don't really do much of anything.
I mean, like the monster left.
That's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know, if they were going to completely start over, Eric, they had a chance to recast him. They must have liked that guy.
Interesting. Okay.
What?
Well, because like based on that, they go to Earth because of the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that's not their motivation when we get to Masked Rider.
Yeah.
That's also not streaming anywhere. Masked Rider and Knights of Tyrannos seem to be their lock and key.
Yeah.
Because VR Troopers and Beetleborgs were real liberal about putting like DVDs, streaming, everywhere.
And it's all owned by the same company, so I wonder why that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've not seen that since I was a kid. So it's been, well over 20 years since I saw that.
I mean, I really liked Masked Rider as a kid.
Did you?
Obviously, at this point, I'm not allowed to watch Power Rangers, but I am allowed to watch Masked Rider. I would get up early before school and watch it. No, I really like Masked Rider.
Did your parents just not know what that show was similar to Power Rangers?
I guess. Like, I was basically watching the same show. But I guess it didn't make me as violent.
I've never actually met someone who was banned from Power Rangers.
I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers because apparently it made me violent.
Weird.
I've known a lot of kids that had that.
I learned everything I know from Power Rangers.
Well, I also experienced it a little bit with my little brother when I was showing him like Kamen Rider stuff, and he was like terrorizing the house, and I was like, oh, I guess that's kind of what that was like.
Weird.
Man, DJ, it's a good thing I got you to co-host the show because if you co-hosted anything else, you wouldn't have anything to say. You know, you learned everything from Power Rangers.
He only gets pop culture references. There are references that Bulk and Skull have made.
I've got a list.
He gets Elvis. America. He's got no problem with Elvis. Power Punch.
That looks like a normal punch.
I was going to say, what's the difference between a Power Punch and a punch?
It's from a Power Ranger.
Oh, you're going to use disruptors, huh? Oh, those are disruptors.
He's got more weapons this time around.
Yeah, because he's better. There's a better version.
All the power comes from the stupid tongue.
Well, they should slice it off then.
Wait, why didn't... There's an obvious... He was like, oh, that's cute. You've got toy swords. The obvious response is like, these are no toys. But he just said, haha, all right.
Wait, if this monster gets big, that means the Sentai used him again.
Or this is all us?
I thought
I don't think we ever do Megazord stuff.
No. Not that I know of. But that would mean that it wasn't our idea to repaint him, so that's not our fault.
Yeah.
So I can't complain as much. But not a double power punch, just a double punch. Isn't it weird how we were watching like a different show and now we're back to Power Ranger show?
He's doing his Evil Ranger thing quite a bit here, right? Is that just me?
What do you mean?
Well, he's doing a lot of like, ha ha ha! Like, he's doing his evil laugh while he's inflicting harm on people. Like, I don't know.
He's like if Freddy was a Power Ranger.
Yeah,
really.
That's basically what it is. That is what the Green Ranger is.
Yeah, he's my kid, my 4-year-old if he was Power Ranger. Dude, we were watching Dark Knight earlier today.
Did he laugh at the pencil trick?
I didn't see him see the pencil trick because I was doing something else. He laughed at Harvey Dent's face on fire. And it disturbed my wife. And she said, I wonder if we should be a little more careful about what we let him watch.
But it's not going to curb that sense of humor. He already has it. Because it's not things like that. It's things like Looney Tunes. Like, it's because he's not correlating, right? Like,
exactly.
This is more realistic. It's just like, the Looney Tunes tells me that like when the people are fire, it's funny. Like, I think
he laughed at Batman like slamming Joker's head on the table. You should watch more things with Freddy. He's really funny. Oh, okay.
Tell don't show.
Has he ever watched Three Stooges?
Now, he would love that, wouldn't he?
Freddie would love Three Stooges.
You should have seen Dex become the Masked Rider. It was a lot like us being a Power Ranger, except there was this like spinny thing.
His costume's a bit more complex.
Jewel in his head.
Yeah.
You should see it. He projected a movie from his mind.
Zordon does that in a pilot.
Oh yeah.
There's no viewing globe. He just projects it.
I was thinking that too. We're going back to this stuff.
Well, yeah, I guess.
I really thought the episode was going to end.
There it is. Master of Evil. Oh.
I like how Aisha was basically
he already conquered Earth. His plan for the conquest of Earth is complete.
Wow, well, our heroes really didn't do anything. But I like how Aisha was basically like, Masked Rider's villains are way scarier than our villains.
But wait. He just left, and he's like, now I'm going to go mess with Earth because they helped Masked Rider. But Masked Rider's not, like, dead or anything. That's...
Oh, they're voice activated.
Okay, but they weren't doing that when you were just talking to other people. So why isn't this all just telepathic or something?
Oh, I thought it was, like, light reflecting, but...
No. That's an intentional effect for no reason.
It goes with their mouths.
Why are we doing that? That's weird.
It also looks like less of a sticker. It looks like a real...
Yeah, it does kind of look embedded.
It looks embedded on that guy.
Yeah, not on Dex.
Not on Dex, though. He just stuck it on there right before he started recording. Yep. So we're going to learn more from... No! Now we're getting finally into the bloopers. No, you're right. They are more attractive.
Right? Like they look like they came from a set of Friends or something.
I don't feel like I can make comments like that until Eric is here and starts saying things.
Am I like a child to you?
That's pretty funny. All right, well, there we go. There is our first 3-part episode of season 3. We get to Ninja Quest next time, where we get to watch the adaptation of the TV show adaptation of the movie that is not canon.
Visually less stunning.
Yeah.
I've done a commentary on that one.
Story, we did.
Yeah.
Story-wise, way better, though.
Sure.
Than the movie.
Sure.
I don't know. We replaced skydiving.
No, and Ivan News is amazing. And we read, so we have a textbook now. We have this textbook about Power Rangers now, and we did some homework for the movie. We read the chapter on that, and that actor was crazy committed to that role. It's fun to read about. But anyway,
and he's not like a git, but like he's an actor.
Yeah,
he's in Lord of the Rings.
Yep,
he's in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And Last Crusade.
Oh, is he in Last Crusade too?
Yeah, he's the bearded guy.
I haven't seen that in so long.
He brings him camels. He's like, I said 4 horses. You brought me 5 camels.
Well, anyway, thanks again for watching, folks. We sure appreciate it. And we will see you again tomorrow. I was Captain Logan. This was Eric.
Hi.
And DJ.
Bye, guys.
See you later, folks.